Hello everyone, I'm Phoenix Tremayne. Today we're going to be talking about Beyond Salem, Episode 3. We've reached the middle point, and we finally got Kristen. But first, if you haven't done so, please take a minute to subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. I'd appreciate it. Please hit that like button so YouTube knows the channel for soap fans and they send more people our way. Also, we have a membership where you get early access to videos, spoils up to a week in advance. You get lots of stuff. It's a great place to be. I'd love to have you. Go on ahead and check out the membership if you like it. Stick around. Be a member. But now we're gonna jump on ahead into Days of Our Lives Beyond Salem. So I love that they started with Eli and Lonnie. They had a nice love scene. We got to see that Lonnie has nice thick thighs. And the only thing I didn't like is that the scenes were a little repetitive, and I wish they could have been a little bit more intense and passionate, like they do for Sierra and Ben. But I was happy they at least had that moment in the spotlight, spotlighting a more diverse couple. And we also. I also was expecting, based on episode 1, I would not have been shocked if Paulina was at the doorway peeking. she seems like I wouldn't be shocked if she took a peek, daughter or not. Based on that first episode where Lonnie's legs was up in the air and Paulina was like, "Oh no, don't stop, keep going." I felt a little lost with Paulina and Shane, with her saying that I feel like I've, seen you before. I don't forget a face. So I started Googling it, trying to see if they were on each other's shows, like The Nanny, Sister, 227, something. But I looked at both of their IMDb histories, and I don't really see that they've worked together before. So in the comment section, if you know whatever it was that they were trying to reference, let me know in the comment section, because I really looked and I couldn't find them being in any other productions together. After complaining about him in my last video, I actually liked Austin Peck, who plays Austin, in his episode. He did a lot better job with the dialogue, and I didn't hate him the way I did the first 2 episodes. So good job. Maybe I do see that. Why he might be a fan favorite to some people, but them first 2 episodes were rough. Then when we finally see Carrie with the necklace, it brought about a whole bunch of questions to me, like, where would there ever come a time where she would need to wear that necklace? It's not like Carrie is always at events and whatnot, or like she's a big glamorous person or something. So I was like, that's a whole lot of gaudy necklace. You got to go to a ball or something. Like the one they do for Vogue magazine. I forgot what they call it, but someplace like that is where you wear something like that with lots of security not far away from you. But that was my first question. Where would she actually wear the necklace? 2, if your marriage has to be saved by something superficial and expensive, how much do you really love each other? That the only way you can get your wife to be happy again is just start buying her stuff, like really expensive $500,000 necklace. Come on, it made me feel like that marriage wasn't really much of anything, and I can understand why she gave Rape Son. Will and Sonny's shower scene had an unexpected twist when Leo strolled into the shower, and he dropped a little soap thing, and they all were like, "Oh no," because they were naked in the shower, and I wouldn't be shocked if he got himself a little taste, a little something something. It's breakfast. He might need some sausage or something. I don't know. so Yeah, I just said that. But anyway, um, yeah, they had their little cute little shower scene, and everybody hates Leo. And one of the things I wanted to mention about Leo, I had a note in here, is that he never stops flirting. He's a character that's dominated by his libido and some scheme for money. And I think that I would love to see Leo in the regular cast on Days of Our Lives as a regular character, but I would love to see some more depth with him, like when we were trying to figure out like who his father was or something like that. I'd love for him to have like a some sort of major connection, unexpected connection on the show. So so yeah, I like Leo, but I feel like I need a little bit more for him in the future if he keeps popping up. Especially if he ends up on a regular show. Um, we finally got to see Eileen Davison return as Sister Mary Moore Banks, and eventually Kristen, which they showed in the trailer. So they should never showed it in the trailer and the promos. Her in the red dress. So we knew Sister Mary was actually Kristen, and clearly she was there for the jewels, or at least one jewel. So it couldn't have been nobody but Kristen. So that wasn't a shock, but it was nice to see Eileen slip into that character who is so much better than Ashley. Ashley is so boring on Young and the Restless, and now, her little appearances, she pretty much stands there and looks pretty and collects a check. Kristen, and I also said Carrie, also about this necklace, and Carrie, she cares so little about the necklace that she just left it on the table. A $500,000 necklace, and you just left it on the table. You ain't put it away or nothing. Either I was still wearing it because I don't know where the hell I'm ever gonna wear this at, or maybe have a safe, put it in the bed, put it in the closet or something. I wouldn't have just left it out. Even though you're in the privacy of your own home, something like that, I wouldn't have just carelessly just left it on the table. Which shows that Carrie didn't even care about the necklace. She didn't care about it. And then, off camera, Kristen swiped the necklace. And they had a little bit of a scene, and I know this is a little bit of nitpicking, but I used to be a bank teller. And it looked like I kept pausing it to try to read what the check said, and I think the check was originally for $1,000. She added a zero and made it $10,000. But yeah, if they brought that check to our bank, we wouldn't have cashed it because you would have to change it. The writing, it wouldn't fit. Now, some little things, like a little mistake, you just kind of put one line through it and then you put your initials over it. But once you get to an amount like $10,000, that would be unacceptable. We would need a new check. So my bank teller inner past kicked in, and I was like, don't walk up to my teller booth, like, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to go take this check back. You look like you changed it and whatnot. Get away from me with that. I ain't losing my job over you. Jackie Cox as Lisa Rinna. And I also don't watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, so I kind of could figure out the references or whatever. But that little self promo with the lip liner or lipstick, whatever she was putting on, and I said, I bet that Lisa Rinna must have a makeup line or something, because this looks like a commercial. And sure enough, I googled it, and Lisa Rinna does have a makeup line called Rinna Beauty. So that was lipstick from her makeup line. And I really liked Ty Edwards. You're probably like, who's Ty Edwards? But he's the guy who played Frank the Gunman #1, the black guy. So I really liked him. he reminded me of Xander. When Xander first joined the show, I just got this sort of like feeling like, oh, there's something special about this actor, and I would like to see more from him. And I was happy when Xander came back, and then he came back again, and then finally he came back like a third time and was a regular. So I would love for Ty Edwards. Maybe he could be Kristen's henchman, and then like Xander, who was also Kristen's henchman, he could evolve into something more. I wouldn't even mind seeing a love triangle between Eli, Lonnie, and his name is Frank. So yeah, there is just some je ne sais quoi quality. I'm a producer, I'm a director, I'm a writer too, and I've done a lot of casting, and sometimes I can just look at an actor and see that there's something about them that I know is special. I thought that about Paul Telfer, and I'm thinking of that about Ty Edwards. And I knew I saw him somewhere before. He played Alonzo on Tyler Perry Sisters. So I'm like, oh yeah, he was Alonzo. I looked at his other credits, the other stuff he's been in, and mostly it was like extra work or whatever. But yeah, I think I would love to see more of Ty Edwards. They really left. Oh, this is my other note. They really left the armpit sweat in the shot. I don't know who directed that episode, but there would be no way in hell I would have let that scene go with him having big old pit stains in the shot. I know somebody probably said, you know what, we ain't got time for all this. We want to keep on moving. We don't have time for him to dry his clothes out or whatever. I would either reshot it where he didn't put his arms up and her like put your arms behind your back, or put your arms on the wall, which police also do, and she come behind him and cuff him. So yeah, that was just, to me, bad directing and bad editing. Shane, Lonnie, Eli managed to recover the ring, and I don't know if Pauline is going to get her wish, but she's determined to keep the ring, which doesn't belong to her, so I don't think she'll get her hands on it. We only got 2 episodes left. And then, of course, in the end, they revealed Kristen was really posing as Sister Mary Moore, and she was actually wearing a necklace. And honestly, I can see Kristen finding some place to go and wear the necklace before Carrie could ever find some place to go and wear the necklace. So those are my thoughts on the show. And I'm ready for episode 4. Let me know what you thought about this episode, and I will see you in the next video. All right.